My name is PrimeTime Travvy-T, and I'm the undefeated, undisputed Book It champion. And you can't teach that. Bada boom, Book It boys in the room. How you doing? Now D Money's gonna spell it out for you.
Bookit. Book it.
Welcome to Book It, where I am your host, HiFi Mike, and this is Book It, and we are a podcast where we reimagine, rebook, redo, and all this other stuff to storylines from wrestling. If you don't know what wrestling is, then why you listen to this podcast? I am your host, HiFi Mike, and today I've got your GMs, Travvy-T, and Damone.
Living the dream stuff.
Still living that dream. How about you, Travis?
I'm living Damone's nightmare.
Oh, that sounds scary. What is Damone's nightmare?
Me still being the undefeated, undisputed Book It champion / debatable champion. Champs in the room. How you doing?
The key to that is that he's dreaming.
He's dreaming.
Yeah.
Well, we're all gonna be dreaming tonight because tonight we've got a future booking for you. We're gonna already book Royal Rumble 2019. We're not gonna wait till January to make it.
Let's
fit
call
in
it
with
Book to the Future.
Book to the future. Yes, so let's do that. We're gonna go, but instead of going to 1985, we're gonna go to 2019 in like a month from now. That is gonna be a waste of plutonium, by the way. Damone, you're a little quiet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're
Is this
better now.
okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're good. Sorry. Yeah, it's very professional, I know, guys, but so we're gonna book Royal Rumble 2019, which is in January. I don't know the exact date. I know I should have probably figured that out before we went on air, but I apparently couldn't even get the theme song ready. So, anybody who's listening to this on a podcast app, just know that we are also doing this live as we record. As much as I love seeing that you guys listen to us later on, just keep in mind that when we record, usually on Tuesdays, we're going to be going live on Twitch. We also did a double feature. We did Debatable first, which is Damone's podcast. If you haven't listened to that, go check that out. And now we're doing Book It. We don't go on an exact time, but if you follow us on Twitter, you're on Reach for the Ropes, you won't miss an episode. You'll know we're gonna go live because we'll post right before we go live. Again, usually on Tuesday around 9:00 if we do Debatable. And that's if Damone can think of topics to do for his podcast, and then we do Book It. So anybody listen live, thanks for listening. Anybody who's listened later, you can keep listening, or you can come listen live. And yeah, so that's what we're doing now. So we're going to get into it, and I don't know who's going to go first. I'm going to let you guys choose. I assume Damone's going to go first.
Yeah, we decided that I was gonna go first.
All right.
We talked about it off air. Okay. So 2019 Royal Rumble. Pretense. Or whatever. Before we get into the actual event itself, I have to go to the next upcoming pay-per-view TLC. So there I am going to have right now, as far as I know, assuming nothing changed on Raw, Braun is facing Baron Corbin in a TLC match. If Braun wins, he gets his title shot against Brock Lesnar at a future date, and Baron Corbin is fired. And if Baron wins, he keeps his job. So in my world, Braun is going to beat Baron at the pay-per-view, and he's going to earn his Universal title shot, which he is actually going to take at the Royal Rumble. And Baron Corbin is fired as the acting general manager of Raw. The pay-per-view is going to open up with Dean Ambrose. He is now the champion. He has defeated Seth Rollins at the TLC pay-per-view. So Seth is cashing in his rematch clause for the Intercontinental title. And it's going to be not Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the IC title. So it's going to be about a 25-minute match. They're going to go back and forth. Really good match. I think they have really good chemistry together. So I'm going to have Dean winning the match after he hits a Dirty Deeds off the top of the stage. And he ends up rolling over to pin Seth while they're both down out on the stage. I feel like having it be a Falls Count Anywhere match allows for Dean's like more hardcore style, but also gives Seth room with his style as well to have a really good match. So for my second match, we're gonna have the Boss, Sasha Banks and Bayley versus the returning Bella Twins for the new WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. So I'm assuming that when they do the Tag Team Championship, that I'm not sure how they're gonna do it, but in my world, there's gonna be one Women's Tag Team Champion, and they would just go between the brands. I don't know if they have quite enough women to really do two separate or women's tag teams to do two separate tag titles.
So how would they handle one set of tag champions on two brands?
Kind of like they did when they had the undisputed title in the early 2000s. Like they would just defend it. Like you'd have you'd determine the number one contender, and they would defend it. Like they would switch off brand to brand.
How do you determine a number one contender between two brands?
You don't. You switch. So 1 month it would be going defend it on
pretty
SmackDown.
Much
Next month it would be defended on Raw.
Raw, yeah, essentially. Because that's
so
pretty
no
much what they
long-term
did.
feuds, right?
No, there'd be pretty much not really. You wouldn't have a ton of long-term feuds.
Huh.
Yeah, because that's pretty much what they did when they made the Undisputed Champion, because the Undisputed Champion was on both Raw and SmackDown after the original draft, and then they eventually abandoned that after it was a good 6 months, and then Brock signed exclusively to SmackDown, and then Raw, and then that's when Triple H got the World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
So it's gonna be Sasha Banks and Bayley versus the Bellas. The Bellas come back. They're like, we're the original, they're the biggest women's tag team of all time. They're Bella Twins. They do Bella Twin stuff. So Sasha and Bayley are gonna actually end up winning the title after Bayley hits a Bayley of the Belly on Brie. It's about a 12-minute match. So your first ever women's tag team champions are Sasha and Bayley. So for the third match, we're gonna have the New Day versus the Bar. So the Bar they're gonna walk in as champions. They managed to retain at the TLC pay-per-view by pinning the Usos. The New Day say they still deserve a title shot because they weren't the ones that weren't involved in the decision. So we're gonna get the Bar versus the New Day. And the New Day end up winning the titles. I think it would be their 5th title reign after they had Midnight Hour to win the title. And that's about a 15-minute match. So next segment, it's a backstage segment. So Baron Corbin is backstage, and he's talking to Stephanie McMahon. She's pretty much just being a bitch to him, especially since he's gone. He's no longer the acting Raw general manager. But he does tell Stephanie that the last thing he did before he was let go as GM was to make himself number 29 in the Rumble. And the reason it's 29 is because the WWE is doing the Mixed Match Classic. So whoever wins that tournament, I guess, is going to be the number 30 spot. for the Rumble. So that's why Baron didn't make himself 30 because he couldn't. So, but he made himself number 29, which is the next best thing. She tells him that's fine, that's cool that he did that, but she's still in charge. She's still the boss, and he doesn't have any power anymore. So tonight he's gonna defend that spot, the number 29 spot, against a mystery opponent. He's pissed off. He storms off. That's about a 5-minute segment. Probably a little bit less. So the next match we're gonna have is going to be the women's Royal Rumble. So the number one entrant is gonna be Sonya Deville. And then at 29 and 30, at 29 is gonna be. Or at 30, I'm going to tell you 30 first. So at 30, because as a result of winning the Mixed Match Classic, it's going to be Bayley. She's going to be pulling double duty. It happens a lot with the Royal Rumble and everything. So she's going to be number 30. At number 29 is going to be Becky Lynch. So Becky's still the champion at this time. So when she comes out at number 29, everyone's confused. Like, why the hell is Becky in this match? So she's gonna enter. So the last four, you have all the eliminations. I'm not gonna go into detail on each of individual one, but I'll give you the last four, which is usually the thing people remember. And there's always that like shot overhead of the last four people involved. So it's gonna be Bayley, Nia Jax, Peyton Royce, and Peyton Royce entered at like number 5, and she's managed to survive just by doing heel shit, like hiding under the ring, rolling out. Yeah. And Becky Lynch.
Not Shayna Baszler?
No, she's in the. I almost put her in, but she's not. She's in the. I'm gonna have her in the Rumble, but she gets eliminated
she was number
earlier.
6. Oh, I was gonna say
she was in the Rumble, but
she would have been 5,
sure
but she ended up getting. She was 6 last 6.
So Peyton, the final four is Bayley, Nia, Peyton Royce, and Becky Lynch. So Nia is gonna eliminate Bayley, and then Becky is going to eliminate Peyton. So now it's down to Becky and Nia. So obviously they have bad blood because Nia broke Becky's face. So at first Becky's getting beat down. Nia is the bigger opponent or the bigger competitor, so she's gonna push her around and everything, and she's toying with her. But then Becky ends up making a comeback, and eventually she's able to eliminate Nia. After the match, she's going to one of the ringside announcers is gonna come into the ring and be like, "Oh, Becky, you won the Rumble, but you're the champion. What the hell are you doing?" So Becky's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm still the women's champion in SmackDown, but I wanted to guarantee that I got Ronda Rousey at at WrestleMania. So I'm gonna use this title shot that I just won I'm calling out Ronda so she can't run from the man. So she has no choice but to face me at Mania." So your women's Royal Rumble winner is Becky Lynch.
This gives me an idea for around WrestleMania time. Keep going.
Okay.
Wait, did you do the men's one yet, or did you just do the women's?
I just did the women's.
Okay.
So for the women's, are they gonna bring in special women again, special guests again?
Yeah. Just like the normal Rumbles where you have the randoms, the Michelle McCool's.
Hopefully they bring in Rockin' Robin.
Who?
Rockin' Robin?
She was like in early 90s, 80s.
Or the who else was there? Was a 2 female in the late 80s. I had to look them up. I want to say there were 2 Japanese girls. I forgot what they were called too.
Why would they want them?
Because they're run-ins. They're just classic.
You need filler. You need filler. Random. Yeah, pretty much need filler for the Rumble.
I get that, but I have filler in my women's Rumble.
So we're gonna keep throwing in the same Lita and Trish in there.
No, I didn't use Lita or Trish or Michelle McCool.
We're gonna Sable. We're gonna bring Sable back.
I would bring back Sable, but no, I didn't use her.
Sable was trash.
As a wrestler, yes, she was,
Yeah,
and
she
she
was a
was.
trash
From
wrestler.
everything you heard, she was a terrible person too.
Yeah,
But
I mean Brock Lesnar took to her, so
yeah, and I don't want him coming after me. So the next match after Mickey or not Mickey um after Becky wins and calls out Ronda. So we're gonna get um
Becky.
Ronda versus Becky at the at Mania guaranteed because Becky has won the Royal Rumble. So the next match is gonna be Baron Corbin's gonna come out. He doesn't know who his opponent's gonna be. So all of a sudden you hear Sami Zayn's music come on. Sami Zayn comes strolling out, dancing, and we're gonna get a face Sami Zayn coming out. So face Sami comes out. Baron pretty much it's gonna be a Baron burial. So Sammy's gonna come out. He's gonna pretty much take very little damage, and he's gonna hit a haluva kick, and he's gonna pin Baron 1, 2, 3. So he'll be number 29, and then Stephanie announces that because Baron lost his title spot, or he lost the 29 spot, he will now be entering the Rumble at number 1. So for my next match is going to be Daniel Bryan versus John Cena for the WWE title. So at TLC, Daniel Bryan has injured AJ Styles post match. Daniel Bryan manages to retain the title, but after the match, he just goes crazy and injures AJ. So AJ's out of the picture for a while. So the next SmackDown Live, Cena comes out and he's talking about how he had respect for Daniel Bryan and AJ. He still has that respect for AJ, but no longer for Daniel Bryan. That's now a champion's supposed to act. So Daniel Bryan comes out, gets into Cena's face. They eventually start brawling. They get separated. Paige announces that it'll be Cena versus Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan for the next few weeks is like Cena doesn't deserve a title shot. He's just getting it because he's popular. Pretty much just being heel Daniel Bryan. So Daniel Bryan, it's going to be about a 35-minute match. These two, they've shown before they have good chemistry. They can have a great match. So eventually, Daniel Bryan, Cena is going to go for the Avalanche attitude adjustment, but Daniel Bryan's going to rake his Cena's eyes, and eventually hit a running knee on Cena for the 1, 2, 3. So he escapes with the title. So for my next match is going to be Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman. No disqualification, no count out for the Universal title. So like the week before the pay-per-view, Braun is going to come out and they're going to do the pay-per-views, the contract signing, but Brock's not going to show up. He's just going to send Paul Heyman. So Braun's not happy about it. So he just beats the living crap out of Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman is not at the pay-per-view at all. So Brock comes out, Brock versus Braun. They go back and forth, power moves. Brock hits like the German suplex city. But eventually Braun is able to hit 3 unanswered running power slams. But Brock kicks out. Everyone's like, fuck. Same situation we always get. Brock manages to win. Brock eventually ends up hitting the F5, but this time Braun is able to kick out. Brock goes for the F5 again, but Braun is able to slip out, counter, lift him up, hit a power slam, another power slam, and then he ends up hitting setting up a table and picks up Brock and hits an avalanche power slam through the table to win the Universal Champion. And Braun Strowman is your new Universal Champion, finally having overcome Brock Lesnar.
If only.
Okay, so my last and final match. So the card is 8 matches total. So my last match is going to be the men's Royal Rumble. So Baron, as a result of losing to Sammy, is going to enter at number 1. At number 2 is Velveteen Dream, because he's as a surprise entrant. It's the Rumble. Yeah, it has surprise entrance. At number 29 is Sami Zayn as a result of what happened earlier in the night. And number 30 is Finn Balor because he was Bayley's tag team partner, excuse me, in the Mixed Match Challenge. So I'm just going to skip ahead to the final 4. So the final 4 are Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Velveteen is actually managed to make it this far, and The Miz. So The Miz is actually able to eliminate Velveteen after Velveteen goes up to the top rope. He's going to hit the purple Rainmaker on Finn, who's down, but Miz is able to push him out. So Velveteen's out. The Miz ends up going after both men, but they eventually are able to double team him, and he gets hit with the Haluva kick and then a coup de grace. But then Sammy and Finn start fighting each other after Finn tries to sneakily eliminate Sammy, but Sammy manages to avoid getting eliminated. He eventually gains the upper. Sammy eventually gains the upper hand. It looks like he's going to get rid of Finn, but out of nowhere, Baron Corbin comes back in, hits the end of days on Sammy, and then Sammy's eliminated by the Miz, who's managed to recover in this time and is able to throw Sammy out of the ring. So that sets up a Baron Corbin versus Sammy feud. So now we're down. The final 2 are the Miz and Finn. So they go back and forth. They have like a little mini match with them, neither of them being able to quite eliminate the other one. But at some point, the Finn is able to get the upper hand after a corner drop kick. And he goes for the coup de grace, but the Miz is able to move out of the way. But when he misses, Finn ends up tweaking his knee. And the Miz hits the chop block, then a skull crushing finale, and is able to lift up Finn, get Finn up, and toss him over the top rope to win the 2019 Royal Rumble. So your Royal Rumble winner for 2019 is The Miz, and he's going to not cash in. He's going to challenge Daniel Bryan at the pay-per-view at WrestleMania. So it's going to be Daniel Bryan versus The Miz at Mania. And that is how the cookie crumbles. AKA, I'm done.
Yeah, but I have a question.
Okay.
Who's going to turn babyface?
The Miz is the baby face in that scenario.
Think that's gonna work?
They've been trying to turn the Miz baby. They're trying to turn
as a
Miz
baby face.
face.
Just doesn't work. The Miz has always been great as a heel.
I understand
Exactly.
that, but they're trying to turn the Miz.
Okay, well,
I tried to go. They're trying to turn the Miz face.
Well, they need to stop trying.
Yeah.
I do prefer heel Miz as well, but they're trying to have Miz be face.
Hey, y'all want to know something amazing?
Sure.
Me?
These pins that I'm using? No, you're not amazing. These pins that I'm using have erasers on the bottom.
So, are they erasable?
Yeah. I just found out.
All right. So, you ready to go?
Yeah, since you're not going to even,
I'm not going to
acknowledge my amazing pins.
Your amazing erasable pens.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been around since 1999.
All right. Other than Travis's amazing erasable pens, let's go on to his booking.
Amazing booking.
His all right booking.
All right, so mine's kind of similar to Damone's, but not
all the same.
What?
You're just gonna say it's all the same.
It's the exact same.
The exact same thing.
No. My opener is going to be the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. So I'm kind of building a 3-way feud to lead up to WrestleMania. So it's going to be the Bar. It's a triple threat tables match. It's going to be the Bar defending their titles against the Usos and the New Day. I have the Usos winning. My second match is Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka. Or I guess she's just Tamina now. Whatever. I have Ronda Rousey going over here. I have her defying the odds. Kind of just to make her look strong going into Mania. My third match is the SmackDown Women's Championship. So at TLC, I have Asuka pinning Charlotte to win the championship. I then have Shane McMahon starting to be pretty heelish and making Becky and Charlotte wrestle for the number 1 contender spot, which Charlotte cheats to win, and so she ends up going to be in the facing Asuka at Royal Rumble. But Shane McMahon says, don't worry. You'll still get an opportunity at the title again. But for the Royal Rumble, you'll be entering number 1 in the Royal Rumble.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Why would Charlotte get another title shot?
Because she's the queen. She gets all the title shots.
Because Shane's a heel. He's turning heel.
So he's just giving her a title shot because she's also a heel.
He gave her the opportunity to beat Becky for a title shot.
Okay.
It's more about screwing Becky than it is about giving Charlotte the shot.
Okay.
So, yes. But also, we need a heel to face Asuka at Mania if the Raw champion wins. Or the Royal Rumble wins, or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. So my fourth match is Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler. So Drew McIntyre is facing Finn Balor at TLC. He's going to lose that match because Dolph Ziggler is going to interfere and super kick him. So...
it's plausible.
Exactly. This is... hold on, let me make sure I did that. This match is for a spot in the Royal Rumble, and Drew McIntyre wins, of course. My fifth match is the WWE Championship match. It is a fatal 4-way between Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and John Cena. I have Daniel Bryan winning with the, I don't know what he's calling it now, but the yes lock.
Probably back to the no lock.
Probably. So the no lock on AJ Styles, making Styles tap.
Or it might be the new lock because he's saying he's the new Daniel Bryan, so I could see him being like, yeah, I could see him being like, oh, it's the new lock, new lock, new me, new lock.
Yeah, I can see that. So he wins by submission. My sixth match is the Women's Royal Rumble match. So I don't really want to tell you everybody that's in the match, but I do want to explain how it was set up. So
the night after every single person.
Okay, I can do that. Don't be careful what you wish for. I have all 30 people picked out.
All right, give me the rundown then. Give me the short version.
Okay. So the night after TLC, Vince McMahon is a surprise guest to open up Raw. He has both Stephanie and Shane there, as well as Paige, and Stephanie is going to announce the new Raw GM because Braun beats Baron Corbin. The new Raw GM is that's my drum roll. Sting.
Of course, you gotta throw Sting in there somewhere.
No, I'm just kidding. It's Hulk Hogan. But anyway,
what you gonna do, brother?
I said Sting to make Mike happy, But he tells the management teams, I guess is what it is, that each roster will have 10 men and 10 women. 10 women. Representing their brand. The remaining 10 will be handpicked by Vince McMahon himself. So basically, I mean, the women is everybody that's not in the 2 matches that are already on the card for them. So, but my 10 handpicked people from Vince McMahon there's 5 NXT women and 5 returning women. So, since I don't want to tell you everybody, I'm going to tell you the surprises at least. The NXT women are Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane, Nikki Cross, Rhea Ripley, and Toni Storm. And the returns are Alundra Blaze, Victoria, the quintessential babyface of the Attitude Era, Molly Holly.
You're never going to let me live that down, are you?
Never. Melina, and Nikki Bella. So, my number 1 and number 2 for this match are Becky Lynch and Ruby Riott. And my final 4, hold on, are Becky Lynch, Ruby Riott, Bayley. Hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah, Bayley and Nikki Bella. So, and Bayley's my number 30 entry. I had Bayley and Balor win the mixed match challenge as well.
That threw a wrench in because I had a different plan kind of for my final 4, but then I'm like, fuck the mixed match challenge thing. And
yeah, I didn't realize that until you said it during your booking, so I had to kind of rearrange some people.
Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, I forgot about that. Okay, I guess I gotta change this whole part.
So, Ruby Riott throws out Nikki Bella, and then Becky Lynch throws out Bayley. So our number 1 and number 2 entrants are the final 2 in the ring. They started with a slugfest, and they're finishing with a slugfest. They're really beating the hell out of each other. And finally, Becky Lynch throws Ruby Riott over the top and wins the match. They try to transition as the confetti comes down and everything. The commentators try to transition to get ready for the next match, but Becky Lynch grabs the mic and says that she doesn't need any time to think about it. She doesn't need to question who she's going for. She tells Ronnie that she's taking her title at WrestleMania. So, what match am I on now? 7th match is the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. It's a street fight between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. I have Dean Ambrose coming in as the champion, and I have him leaving as the champion as well. Any questions so far?
No, a lot of it. Well, the last 2 we both had pretty much identical.
Did you have Ruby Riott as one of the final 4?
Well, no, except for that part. I mean, the winner.
Oh yeah,
like, who won? Yeah, we both had Becky winning and calling out Ronda.
Who'd you have?
That's the most.
Go ahead,
That's the most logical, at least in my mind, to have her without either of them losing, or without either of them looking weak.
Yeah. Who'd you have as your women's champion going into this show?
First, right, was Becky. She's trying to become champ.
Oh shit, that's badass. I like that. What was I? And who won your men's Royal Rumble?
Miz.
Okay, cool. That's different. So same thing here, as 10 men from Raw, 10 men from SmackDown, 5 from NXT, and 5 returns. So my NXT picks are Pete Dunne, Velveteen Dream, Tommaso Ciampa, Aleister Black, and EC3. And then my returns are Bray Wyatt, Booker T, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and The Rock.
Can you smell?
So my first two into the match are Pete Dunne and Rey Mysterio. Not that matters because neither one of them make it. Pete Dunne lasts. He's the 23rd person eliminated, but still not to the final four. My final four are Cien Almas, who entered at number 15. Drew McIntyre, who entered at number 27. The Rock, who entered at number 28. And Bray Wyatt, that entered at number 25. So, and I'm actually going to throw in Braun Strowman and have the final five because it's important that he's in here because it sets up the reasoning behind some stuff. So, Bray Wyatt enters at number 25. He comes in, he starts clearing house, eliminates quite a few guys right off the bat. And number 27 or 26 comes out, and it's Braun Strowman. He comes in the ring, they go face to face. Bray Wyatt's basically trying to talk him down, trying to whatever, manipulate him some more. Braun Strowman's not having it. He starts beating the hell out of Bray Wyatt, but eventually Bray Wyatt takes the upper hand again and throws Braun Strowman over the top rope. As Braun Strowman and The Rock are fighting, Bray Wyatt and The Rock are fighting, Braun Strowman re-enters the ring and knocks out Bray Wyatt and The Rock both, takes them both over the top and beats the holy hell out of Bray Wyatt. So they're brawling on the outside, and he just ruined The Rock's chances of coming back and winning the Royal Rumble. So now we've got Drew McIntyre and Cien Almas in the match. And Cien does Drew McIntyre goes to throw him over the ropes haphazardly. He's not paying much attention to what's going on. But he does where he catches himself in between the ropes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He does that. And so Drew thinks he's won. He's raising his hands up and he leans over the top rope to yell at someone in the crowd. And Cien runs over and flips him over the top rope to win the Royal Rumble.
Who went over?
Cien.
Okay.
So it's Becky and Cien won.
That's all right. I mean, some people like Cien more than others.
I don't really care for him. I feel like he's all right. He'll be able to do. He's good enough.
I don't think he's a Rumble winner, but you know.
I like the idea of having someone newer win the Rumble because it's usually what it was used for.
Yeah.
What it should be used for.
Or should be.
All right.
Especially now. Like, if Randy Orton wins, I love Randy Orton, but him winning the Royal Rumble was just like, oh, really? I guess. Okay. We're doing this? Okay.
All right.
Who won last year? Who won the Rumble last year? Oh, Nakamura.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Nakamura.
I thought you said Macklemore at first.
Macklemore.
Nakamura, yeah. Nakamura and Asuka won their respective.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It was an all Japanese Rumble win.
I should have had Balor win and had it to be all Irish.
All right. So, any other questions?
Because you could have rolled that into because Finn never got his actual title match.
Yeah, he did.
Well, I guess he had it against Roman, but
yeah, he got it now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So anything else? Anybody else got to add anything to it? Any questions? Anything else? Or are we moving on?
I guess we can move on.
I don't know.
I think we should.
got no
I think
questions
eventually
myself.
we should book WrestleMania for this year.
I was gonna
As
say.
following this card that we just.
Well,
had.
that's motherfucker. That was my plan. That I said that's what I was thinking earlier, when Damone said something about the WrestleMania. I was like, I was thinking, yeah, we should do a WrestleMania based off of what you just booked. So book from what you booked.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't know you had that idea.
Yeah, I had that idea. I tried to keep it in. I tried to not spill it yet.
I'm glad I emailed myself the bookings I did, because half the time I just delete them after. So this time I decided to actually email it to myself. So I have a record of it this time.
I mean, or you could just go back and listen to the episode.
I could, but I hate the sound of my own voice.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Snowflake.
So
What is that sound?
What?
I'm
Like
not
you keep
sure.
hearing like a ticking.
I heard it too.
It was probably me tapping my foot.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
So we'll do a quick count, if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, we can do a quick
Yeah, we haven't
count.
done a quick count in a while.
All right.
Yeah.
So the quick count I've got this week, we're gonna do Braun Strowman and Ryback.
What?
Mm.
What era?
That's up to that. I have nothing. I mean,
Usually
Braun.
you give us eras.
Yeah, Braun Strowman. I'd say now Braun Strowman. Ryback. No, I'm gonna let your imagination run wild. You tell me what you've chosen. You can choose whichever you'd like.
Am I going
So
first?
you can go first.
Okay. I'm gonna go pre WWE title match Ryback
Okay.
versus pre WrestleMania Braun Strowman.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say the Rosebud Braun Strowman.
Yes, let's do that. No.
Braun Strowman, when he first debuted with the Wyatt family, and everyone thought he was terrible.
Yeah,
I
I remember that. I didn't think he was
Chris Farmer
terrible.
remembers.
I'm pretty sure I liked him.
didn't like him.
I'm
I
pretty
thought
sure
he
I
was
liked
like,
him.
what's the point of having him in the Wyatt family?
I didn't. Yeah. Oh, I think I
Like,
liked
he's,
him,
like,
but I
useless.
didn't understand having another Wyatt. Like, I mean, I got it, but it really didn't. I feel like it really didn't do much.
It didn't. It fizzed out.
All right, so go ahead and book it, Travis.
So I got those two. I have them go into a singles match that ends in a draw, a double count out. Because they both are too powerful for the other, and they realize that they are better friends than foes. So they decide to go for the tag team titles together.
What?
And-
Swerve.
What a swerve!
and they're going to face the tag team champions of this timeless, eraless world, which are going to be Tajiri and Chavo Guerrero. And they're going to lose the tag team title match. And Braun Strowman's going to go crazy. Ryback's going to get these hands. Then they're going to have a second match, singles match, where Braun Strowman kills Ryback.
What in the fuck?
Not literally. Just
Oh, you mean
metaphorically.
like beats him up really badly?
Yeah.
I was like, why would he be murdering him on television?
And then and the crowd chants, "Feed him these hands." And Braun Strowman wins. And then Braun Strowman challenges Chavo Guerrero and Tajiri by himself and wins by himself. And he is the tag team champions.
For a whole
Again.
second, though, I thought you were going to book a death. You were just going to book a murder.
Wait, it's with Nicholas? Is Nicholas his tag team partner?
No.
No, Nicholas, just him.
Bill DeMott is his tag team partner.
Oh, that's terrible. Humorous.
I'm just kidding.
Humorous.
All right, Damone, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna pretty much use the same two versions of the character. So Braun pre-WrestleMania when he was on a tear, when right after he tried to kill Roman, and Ryback before he lost his undefeated streak. So we're gonna have Ryback. He is undefeated, top of the mountain. So Braun Strowman is going to challenge him because he wants to end the streak. So their first match is going to end with Ryback winning, but it's going to be after Braun Strowman gets himself disqualified. Because it's Braun, and he just snaps and throws a chair at Ryback. So Braun gets disqualified, but after the match, he beats down Ryback. So for the second match, we're going to have Braun Strowman win clean over Ryback to end the streak, and Braun goes on to bigger and better things, and Ryback is defeated and goes away forever because he was bad.
He was terrible. I was trying to pick some people from nowish. Not WCW versus a new guy. So I tried to reach in that realm, and I was like, oh, well, Ryback. And then I was like, well, who could I have Ryback up against? And I was like, everybody sucked with him. I'll just put him with how about Strowman? So,
I liked Ryback.
You're one of the very few.
I know. It makes me sad.
I
like Ryback. I feel like he could have been more.
More of a what?
If they would have fed him more, he would have been.
They would have fed him more.
Yeah.
I saw him pre-debut because I went to a house show. It was during when Punk was during his long heavyweight title reign. He was in the main event. I think he faced Cena for the title, and obviously it was a house show, so he retained. But or no, I think it was it was against Chris Jericho. He beat Chris Jericho to retain the title. But Ryback hadn't debuted yet, and he came out in his gear and everything, and the whole crowd just chanted Goldberg.
Well, yeah, because he looked like Goldberg.
Yeah, he hadn't even debuted on TV yet, and everyone was chanting Goldberg. So
I mean,
that
easy
definitely
mistake.
did not help his character.
Right. Oh yeah, so this is actually a shorter episode, guys.
Is it?
Yeah, we're under an hour. So
I should have listed off all 30 people in each match.
You should have, damn.
Who is that guy?
No, we're under an hour, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. We've had some long episodes recently, so they've had enough of our voices maybe. And it's the holiday time, so people aren't really listening as much, which is fine. We're alright with that. We know you'll listen after the holiday time.
I'm not okay with that.
They'll be back. All right. So, anybody got anything to plug?
I miss long hair Chris Jericho.
I do miss long hair Chris Jericho.
I don't.
But
I like short hair.
Rock and roller.
I guess I kind of miss his shitty buns, and the beard.
Yeah, the braided goatee.
Yeah. I do miss that. That was kind of fun. He kind of looked like a girl, though, but whatever. Don't tell him I said that.
He looks like Amy Schumer.
It's true. There's no denying that.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody got anything to plug? You got Debatable.
We got Debatable. Yep, Debatable, which we recorded an episode right before this, which we did do on the Twitch, which Bookit's Twitch is
Bookit15.
Bookit15.
Our Twitter's also Bookit15.
Yep.
If you're watching on Twitch right now, you can see everything that we have. We have a Twitter. We're on Spotify. We're on Twitch, which I just said that. You can find us on the Nerdcore network, Apple Podcast, YouTube. Oh, we're on YouTube now. If you watch our YouTube video, which is really just that album art, but I do a little. There's a little intro, and I think I'm gonna try to customize somehow a thing also for the intro that we do. But all that you can only see on YouTube. So go subscribe to us on YouTube, because yeah, it's a good idea, because I do some weird shit, and maybe one day I'll have it a full on intro that you're not gonna want to miss.
Yeah,
So,
and yeah. So Debatable will be out on Wednesday, so the Wednesday before this episode. So we had John from the Reach for the Ropes. He was on. We talked taxes
they
and
talked about
future.
taxes.
We talked about taxes, and it was like the first episode we had that was serious.
Yeah.
And then we talked sports and a little bit about a futuristic world. So go listen to that. That is available on everything, pretty much everything. I finally got on Apple, so we're on
That's
Apple
good.
now. So yeah, find us there. Travis, you got your stuff to plug?
Yeah, trigger warning. It'll be out when I say it's gonna be out.
So yeah,
The
trigger
champ does
warning
what the
will
champ
eventually come
wants.
out. What do you have any episodes recorded? Don't you have episodes recorded? You could just put
I
out.
have like 6.
So
But I
why
gotta
don't
edit.
you need to edit them and upload them and then set them to go? Spend
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna do that.
couple hours. You shouldn't have too much editing to do, right?
No, it's just cutting. It's just waiting for it to what's the word? Transfer? Not transfer.
Convert.
Convert from MP3 or MP4 to MP3. That's really
Oh. So yeah,
it's time consuming.
I have all that now on. Like I have a program on here too. So
What do you do? Send me the program.
Well, I can't. I paid for it.
Send me the program.
I can't send it to you.
Bootleg it.
I can't do that. I don't
can.
bootleg my software anymore.
Of course not. Not when I need it.
Well, no, I bought it on Black Friday, and it was like $30. You should have.
Why didn't you tell me this? I would have
I
fucking
did.
got
I
it.
said, hey, I'm buying this.
You said video editing, not fucking.
It's video editing, but you could also any video editor you could take and transfer from one format to another. I have it, so yeah, so it's a MP4. Anyways, it's all back. It's all behind the scenes talk. Nobody cares about that.
Yes, they do. This is
don't
why we
care
don't get
about that.
listens, because you guys keep cutting me off from behind the scenes talk.
Cutting you off to let them know what format that fucking save the episode in.
Damone can't hear us anymore.
Oh, well. I don't
Damone
know.
died.
Damone
Guys,
died.
R.I.P. the boy.
Well, it doesn't matter.
R.I.P. D money.
We're still recording, and we're gonna get out here anyways. So
Who says?
I do.
Oh yeah, I don't know what. Sorry
Hey,
about that.
it's the ghost of
Hey,
Damone.
Hey,
All right.
apparently my internet decided to shit the bed. Sorry about that.
It's all right. We're getting off anyways.
Okay.
Mike said.
Well, look, what you got? Anything else you need to say, Travis? Anything else you want to plug? No.
What time
Follow
are we
Kaya
at
March
for the
on
episode?
Facebook.
We're at like
KAIA.
55
Shut up!
minutes-ish.
I'm plugging Kevin's fucking shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do
Well,
that.
Kevin's
Shut
not
up.
here. Why wouldn't Kevin?
I don't
You
care.
just wait for Kevin to come here and plug her own
Because
shit.
I'm nice. She's a book it boy. She's the only one
She's
I
a
like.
Bucket Boy. But
She's a Bucket
she's the
Boy.
only one
Plug
you
it. I
like,
plug-
really?
Yes.
That's fine. It's. I
Shut
plug-
up so I
Go
can
ahead,
plug her.
Travis. Go ahead.
That sounded dirty. But anyway, follow Kaya March on Facebook. KAIAMARCH. She just had a title match, and I think she didn't win, but she almost did. She did win.
She is the
She
winner
won.
in our hearts.
She won, but then they restarted it and fucking
And then
she
she
got
lost.
screwed.
That's
She
why
got
she needs to
screwed.
not be a
Screwed
babyface.
job.
She needs to.
She's the quintessential babyface of her promotion.
She needs to
Mike.
quit.
She's the Molly Holly
babyface.
of Canada.
Yeah, well, she also needs to become like the heel. So,
No, I'm a heel. She's a babyface.
all right.
She's
well,
a heel when she faces Damone, because Damone's like
faces
so fucking
never.
squeaky clean.
Faces never win.
Everybody's exactly. That's why I'm the champ.
Faces never win.
Didn't Cena win all the time?
All right. Well, other than Cena, faces never win overall. Because now look at Cena. Cena started losing. He's a loser.
Yeah. He's a loser.
He's a
and that's why he
loser.
won't get in the ring with me.
Loser.
John, don't think I forgot.
Loser.
Sign the fucking match. I'll be triple champ.
All right, Triple Champ. All right, that's been Book It 13, episode 13. I think it's 13. That's what I wrote down. Royal Rumble 2019, and eventually we're gonna do our WrestleMania card from off of this. Kaya March. Kevin should be back within the next few weeks, I imagine. Don't worry, she'll be popping back in. She is a Book It boy. She didn't leave the show or anything. That's
She's
it.
had some other
She's got
engagements.
other things to do. She's out on poolside in Mexico having a grand old time. I would love to be poolside in Mexico. So yeah, that's it. Let's book it. I don't have the thing ready. So
Thanks
I
for
can't play you out yet.
listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. I mean, it's been a fun time, and
Email us. Tell us how we're doing.
we have an email.
Yeah.
Our email
Yeah.
bookitpodcast@gmail.com. All right.
Yeah.
Email
and
us.
Also, if you have any ideas
Go ahead.
for like we were talking about doing Patreon and stuff, if you have any ideas for that, just let us know.
Yeah.
Anything you want us to do, like stickers or
Yeah, see, we
don't
have no idea what people would want us to do for Patreon. So if you have any ideas, let us know. I'm sure nobody's going to. But if you do, that'd be great. All right, here's the outro. Somewhere. It's not playing. Oh, that's what happens when having a Windows computer.